Mere seeing of matter in the world does not end these three sufferings. By seeing visible matter, or by using visual means, one cannot get rid of a disease or suffering. Alleviating symptoms is not the same thing as getting rid of the cause of a disease. The time scale here is the scale of an entire life, all of the past, present, and future of a life. Drishtat means by observing or seeing something that actually physically exists. Just as hunger must be repeatedly eliminated every day by food, so the repeated effort to eliminate pain is also the action of the doer. This emphasizes that mere observation is not enough to cure disease, but that action is required. Just seeing food would not alleviate hunger, but eating food does. This is the action of the Purusha, and like eating, it is a perpetual action. The hunger does not end, and the eating must continue. The actor who is feeling the hunger and acting to alleviate it is Purusha, the soul. These verses are intended to emphasize to the reader who the reader actually is. What is a person looking for in life? Who is the judge? Who decides the goal and the rules in life? Nothing material can treat pain once and for all. And even if something material does alleviate pain, it is just temporary. Intelligent people detach from what is material. They have no anticipation or expectations of permanent satisfaction from it. A person may feel that he is suffering because he doesn't have money, for example, so he believes money will alleviate his suffering. However, even once he has money, that suffering will recur. It is not reasonable to expect that just because we ate yesterday, we will not be hungry today. Our desire to alleviate our suffering, our hunger, is infinite. People today do not understand this. Just one action will not end the suffering of an entire life, and it is not reasonable to expect material things to be the cure. Intelligent people will understand that attachment to the material, or believing the material will provide complete satisfaction, is useless. Those who are attached in this way will of course also suffer in their bodies. The treatises say that the best achievement for a human being is to attain detachment, Moksha, instead of physical or material achievement. It is known to all thinkers that there are two separate kingdoms on earth, the animals and the plants. They have differences and similarities, and within the animal kingdom there are also differences and similarities. All animals are equipped with motor organs and sense organs, but the difference is in the quality and quantity of these organs, tanmatra in Ayurveda. For example, all animals have plasma, breathe oxygen, eat carbohydrates, etc. They also have differing psychological factors with different limits. Each and every animal is bounded by the limit of its mental ability. They cannot think or act beyond their limits. Qualities like passion, anger, euphoria, attachment, liking, disliking, grief, etc. are shared by all animals, from bacteria to human beings. Animals are limited by these qualities too. For example, a tiger will not eat a tomato salad. Only human beings are unlimited when it comes to these qualities. This is what makes human beings extraordinary and the most powerful creature in the animal kingdom. These extraordinary characteristics also cause human beings to suffer. The ancient Vedic treatises say if a human being uses these unlimited options, then suffering arises. But human beings can also use this superior capacity to liberate themselves from suffering. When there is bodily pain, it means that the systemic organization of the bodily tissues has been disturbed. And the same goes for the mind. For example, if a person has a concept about how a partner must behave, and the partner doesn't behave accordingly, then the partnership does not work, and that becomes a cause of dissatisfaction. And in this unsatisfied state of mind, the physiology of the body becomes disturbed and causes suffering. For example, the breathing, blood circulation, heartbeat, nervous system, etc. behave differently. If an intelligent person understands how he works and realizes that the boundaries of the mind are unlimited and that this can cause disease, then he can understand that each and every individual factor of the mind can act and behave by taking this into consideration. A change automatically arises, and that is detachment. The person can still write a letter or create a painting, but there is no attachment to the outcome of the action. The person does not identify with the desire to create or the paints and paper, but understands that this is just an action happening in space and time. Whether the painting is then appraised for $1 million or somehow destroyed, the detached person will remain unmoved. He will feel neither the disturbance of euphoria or the disturbance of grief. This is liberation, Moksha. The human being is not attached at all. In fact, there is no difference between the two, the material world and the spiritual world, because neither gets rid of pain permanently. Only liberation, moksha, can. This verse intends to explain that a person is always looking for eternal happiness and satisfaction, life without pain. The person tries several actions to achieve this aim, for example, earning a lot of money, having a lot of family and friends, etc., in order to be satisfied. Sometimes spiritual people believe that sitting in the lotus position and closing one's eyes and meditating will get rid of their suffering, or lighting candles and offering flowers at the altar in a temple will get rid of suffering. These actions may deliver happiness, but it is temporary, because suffering is constant and we have unlimited capacity for it. This means that life is suffering, and our presence is an effort to eliminate that suffering. The sutra says that no human activity will ever result in eternal happiness and satisfaction and health. Liberation is the only way to eliminate suffering permanently, because when one attempts liberation in space and time, then there is no attachment to action, and there is no suffering.